Hi everyone, Mrs. Doucette here. I wanted to make you a video to show you the two subtraction strategies of counting back and counting on, and when it makes the most sense to use each one. Okay, and they're just two of the many strategies that you can use when subtracting, but I find they are two of the most helpful. Okay, if you have the question 9 minus 2, we're going to start with counting back. Okay, you would start at the number 9 and you need to count back 2 times to find the answer. Okay, so the first way you could do this is by using a number line. And this is one very easy way to count back. Just like we did in class when we were adding, you start at the first number, okay? In this case, in subtraction, the first number is always the biggest number or the highest number, okay? So you're starting at 9 and you're counting back 2 times. 1, 2, and you get to the number 7, okay? So you start at 9 and you count back 8, 7, and you get your answer of 7. The other way you can do this by not using a number line is the way we practiced in class by using our hands and just saying the numbers out loud. Okay, so the number you start at when you're counting back is the highest number or the first number, okay? So the way you would do that is you start by saying the first number with your fist closed. 9, and then you need to count back 2 times. So 9, 8, 7. You've counted back 2 times, and the last number that you say, 7, is your answer. Okay, I'll show you that one more time. 9 minus 2, 9, 8, 7. Your answer is the last number that you say because you've counted back 2 times. The next strategy I'm going to show you is counting on, and it is essentially the opposite of counting back, and you would use it for a situation such as this one. Okay, if you are subtracting a larger number from the first number and you would have to count back by many numbers, it might get a little confusing for you to count back by that many. So for example, you could absolutely do this by counting back, but it might take you a little longer and you might get a little confused in the process. So for example, if you counted back by starting at 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you can absolutely do that and you would get your answer of 2. However, I want to show you that it is much easier to use a strategy of counting on to solve this problem. Okay, so here's your number line. Now, instead of counting backwards, starting from 9, for counting on, you start with the lower number or the second number and count up or count on to the higher number to see what the difference is between those two numbers. Let me show you what I mean. On a number line, instead of starting at the 9 or the higher number like we did for counting back, you start at the lower number or the second number and count up. So on my number line, I would start at the number 7 and count on 2 times to get to 9, okay? And my answer is how many times I had to count on to get to the higher number. So in this case, my answer would be 2. I find this is much easier to do with my hand than it is on a number line. Okay, so the way I would do this with my hand without using a number line is I would start at 7 with my fist closed. 7, 8, 9. I got to 9. And I know the answer is 2 because that's how many fingers I'm holding up, okay? The difference between 9 and 7 is 2. I'm going to quickly go over that for you one more time. This one is counting back. This one is counting on. You would use the strategy of counting back if you only need to count back a few numbers, okay? It might make more sense for you to use the strategy of counting on when you have to subtract a larger number, okay? If the numbers are far apart, use count back. If the numbers are close together, count on. I hope that helped you. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.